First, I want to appreciate the media for the support, the unprecedented support that they have shown us in the recently concluded first ever Progressive Youth Conference. Your cooperation with our Committee on Media and the coverage you gave our event is much appreciated by young people of this party and by the party in general. As you are all aware, the purpose of our conference is to prove that we want to make this party. It is not about the party who has it now or who has a position. It's about the party of those who would make it what we wanted last week. The young people have demands, and it is my job as the representative of the youth in the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee to pass along these demands to the leadership. And I know that our great leader, President Muhammadu Buhari, and the chairman of the Caretaker, His Excellency Mai Malabuni, in their under them, serious enough, especially as a progressive movement has come of age. And it is opening its doors to every young person in this country. Every nook and cranny, we speak the language of young people. We are going to deliver this party in the future to the progressive. Our communique, if hopefully once we put this this app together, we're going to soon unveil it, and everyone with a touch of a kind of technological advance about young people who are going to go around and lobby concessions, so to speak, inclusion at the grassroots level of very young people. Because like I said, most of the things we are going to do are not confrontational per se, but we are going to negotiate vociferously as much as we would want to deliver. The conference recognizes that Nigeria is a young country. We all know that. That 70% of its population are below the age of 50, and that the youthfulness fuels a huge energy to over 200 million Nigerians if well harnessed and rightly targeted. Consequently, in actually promoting the values of progressive advantage of the Progressive Party and indeed the country to create room for upward mobility of young people in all spheres of human endeavor mentioned in our communique. Submissions at the conference highlighted if wrongly channeled, demographic disaster. 70% of the population could be a demographic dividend. If wrongly channeled, demographic disaster. This engagement with this conference has shown us one thing, that there needs to be a couple of few asks that I did. My job is to report what the conference agreed on. On the strength of various submissions and articulations made at the conference, below are some, not all, some of the recommendations and resolutions reached. On the political issue, that it is needful to deepen participation by deliberately mainstreaming young people in the party and government for the purpose of securing legacy of the party and the president as follows. 1, we have to create a pathway to a significant inclusion of young people in party activities, leadership structures, and committees. Also to engage young people in government at all levels by strengthening the provisions of the constitution of the party and establishing guidelines for elected and appointed officials of government and the party as well. The party should fix, this is our recommendation, the age of 35 as the ceiling or below for all councillorship seats to be contested for under the age of 35. That is empowering politically almost 10,000 young people at the grassroots. There is no party in this country that has ever done that. And you can imagine the empowerment that can be at that kind of level if it is slated. Ideal empowerment that can mean at the grassroots level. Young people under the age of 45 should be considered only for the positions of party chairmanship, at the local government councils. That is local government, not party offices. Government, local government council chairman. Young people under the age of 45. I think the party should seriously consider this one of the submissions at the conference. State houses of assembly as well. Almost about 500 positions slated for people under the age of 45. Political empowerment, unprecedented, the type of which you've never seen. Those are the things that would attract a lot of young people into the party, not because they must become, but because they are given a level playing field to play at that level. At the party level, young men and women should be encouraged and given preference to run for every office, especially those of deputies. Every principal office, at least a deputy should be a young person, either male or female. And I think it's a proper tutelage. What you do is that you train those people to be in principal positions going forward. And I think it's very important that we create that kind of avenue. We think that the party should have a Directorate of Information Technology, under the Publicity Secretary. I think it's important that we have Communications Director, yes, but we should have a Department of Information Technology. I think the party should have that. It's about time that we really pay attention to that. Every committee, be it ad hoc or permanent, at government or party level, should have at least one or two representatives of youth.